Uh, as soon as you slid down, major QSB. Do you still copy me?
Yeah, I guess the band is changing a bit for our polarity difference. I hear you, but not as strong.
Yep, you're still there. You're still just about 5'8", 5'9". Well, very cool, Bernie. Yeah, and yeah, that's a great model Apache. I was looking for a 200D prior prior to getting this, and I just couldn't find one. No one lets the old ones go. They're great, great rigs. If you're interested, and unfortunately you're not as strong as you were before, I'm live streaming on YouTube. So if you put my call sign KB2UKA into the search box of YouTube, you'll find my live stream. It just went on. Over.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the band is definitely shifted a bit for our distance there. Yeah, I got you in there. All right. Yeah. I've had the 100. I've had the under 100 for I don't know. And
I lost you, Bernie. It's a shame.
have everything all set up for AM. I think earlier you said you adjusted your profiles for for sideband to AM. It might be a little heavy on the bass, but as the signal drops, it becomes harder and harder to give you an accurate report there. So I'll see what the signal's like on this transmission. Go ahead.
All right, Roger. Yeah, well, that's the double-edged sword. Is the low end? It appears on AM, because I have a pretty robust low end for ESSB. But I'm cutting pretty good here. Let me drop that a little bit more. There we go. I just took out a little bit more low. KB2UKA.
Oh, don't get me wrong. You don't sound bad at all. I'm just letting you know. Yeah, it's a little bottom. Listen, you could be bottom heavy when you have a 20, 30 over signal. Ain't no problem. When you start to get down into the noise, then you probably know the bass starts to work against you. But no, you got it dialed in good. Our working conditions are not the best. Hopefully, I don't know, maybe some other people are out there listening that you're probably putting in a better signal to. I guess that's your only HF antenna for this for this section of the spectrum. Go ahead.
Yeah, unfortunately, I want to put up a big old 160 doublet. I don't have the room, or a 160 loop, sky loop. We're looking to move into Fort Salonga. I need at least an acre. I'm on less than a quarter acre here. So I do what I got to do. It's a very big performer, but not for local stuff normally. There's 125 65-foot ground radials, a legal limit remote tuner right at the feed point. It does pretty well. Over.
Yeah, copy. You got a great low angle takeoff there. So yeah, I'm sure guys that are out, at least 200-300 miles will probably see an improvement. 15 miles away, even two people on a wire with good local contacts, you get some feed. The doublet we have is it's 110 foot because it's all I could get up on the property here. And it's sort of like Johnson box to match it. So I don't play on 160 at all. It's short for 75 meters and 80 meters, but there's enough tuning range in the lock box and the open wire line there, the 600 ohm open wire line. The losses are negligible. It would probably be unnoticeable if I had an actual resonant 80-meter dipole up first there. So this works good for you. So maybe depending where you move or whatever, if you can't get your dream antenna up. 40's been hot lately, so it might be a spot you want to put 75 or 160, unless you're more of an evening activity guy. I mean, even at night, 40 is good. It's just long distance, but Yeah. So anyway, TV2 UKA.
All right, Bernie, I'll say 73 to you before we completely lose each other. Check out the YouTube. It'll be an okay representation. You were relatively strong there for the most part. But 73, my friend, and my in-laws are from Farmingdale. My wife grew up in Farmingdale. My in-laws are still in Farmingdale, and I'm there at least once a week. 73.
All right, sounds good, Doug. Good luck with your setup. We'll slot you down here regularly, so stick around or pop in more. Plenty of dudes to talk to. So great running into you. Enjoy the rest of the day. Good luck. From TV2 Beyond. 73 for now.
All right, Bernie, take care. Yep, pleasure meeting you, my friend. And it's great that we're so close. Maybe we'll run into each other. All right, this is KB2 UK8. Does anyone else have a copy? Over. CQ 40 AM, KB2 UKA. CQ 40 meters. Kilowatt Bravo 2 United Kilowatt Alpha, Long Island, New York. Any station, anywhere, standing by and listening.
November 2, Golf Tango Victor.
November 2, Golf Tango Victor. Good afternoon. Name is Doug, Delta Oscar Uniform Golf, Kings Park, New York. About 50 miles east of New York City. Half a mile from the Long Island Sound. You're 15 over. How copy? Over.
Excellent. Fantastic. Yeah, nice signal up here. I'm in Johnson City, New York there. I think the second time on AM. I'm sure my audio is not adjusted for AM. You got great audio there, Doug, with beautiful signal. Yeah, you're like 20 over here in Johnson City, New York. We're about 150 miles northwest of New York City along the Pennsylvania border. So beautiful day here, blue skies, and temperature's a bit on the cool side. But not too bad at all here. Trying to adjust my audio here, sorry about that. I'm typically not on AM, so first time, and I'm sure it's not sounding that great, but you're coming across here very nice, Doug. KB2 UKA, I hope I got that correct. November 2, Golf Tango Victor, and the name is Jerry, Golf Alpha Romeo Yankee.
All right, Jerry, Roger. I'm going to need your call again when I finish because I just loaded the logbook. But no, you sound great, man. I'm not on AM that often either. I just built out this audio profile last night for AM. I just click record. I'm recording us on Kiwi SDR in Pennsylvania. What I normally do when I build out the profile, I record myself locally on a SDR play that I have going into an antenna switch on one end and a dummy load on the other end of the switch, and then I transmit 1 watt into the dummy load, but there's enough bleed over through the switch into the SDR to get a pretty good recording of what it sounds like transmitted. Station here, Apache Labs Anon 7000. I'm running a Mercury amplifier right now, about 180 watt carrier. Antennas a 43-foot ground-mounted vertical with 125 ground radials, and all the audio is processed inside Pro Tools. Over.
Wow, Doug. Nice station there. Oh, my gosh. I just went to your QRZ page. I'm not seeing much on. These are pictures, Doug. There's some pictures on that bad boy. Man, that's why I want to see pictures here. Well, your vertical's doing great. I'm on a dipole right now. And by the way, the name is Gary. Sorry about that. I don't know, my signal's probably not that great. Name is Gary, Golf Alpha Romeo Yankee. And and the call is Norway to Germany Tango Victor N2 IGT. time I shot that down. I could go to vertical actually. If you're running a vertical, yeah. Who knows what would happen there if I went on vertical? You might want to run that test here sometime here quickly. It might take me a minute to load up on the vertical, but you're blasting here on my dipole, vertical to horizontal. Doing a great job. Back to you, Doug.
All right, N2GTV, Gary, got you now. Now it's official. Well, I got a little treat for you, Gary. When we're done, if you throw my call sign KB2UKA, I got something better than pictures. I'm live streaming right now on YouTube. Just put my call sign into YouTube. It'll be up there forever. It's the only video I'm doing today. It's got today's date in it. It mentions something about AM. And you'll be able to hear and see your signal report exactly as I'm hearing it in the headphones. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see here. I just went to YouTube. I didn't just call there, Doug. Let me see here. There's a bunch of stuff here. Virtual rack. We got channel trailers. How's my audio routed? Where's your live? Oh, wait. Is this live? This might be live here.
Andy?
It says live. You text it on your phone. If you text it on your phone, then I see you live there at your station. N2GTV.
Yeah, Roger. I am texting. I'm actually pulling up the video to check my transmit audio on the stream. I think it's a little light volume-wise. But yeah, man, there's like an 8-second delay. And I want to say hi to Andy in the chat. What's up, Andy? There's an 8-second delay. So it'll be best for you to go back and listen when we're done. If I'm still live, which I probably will be, just rewind it back a little. Over.
Okay, gotcha, Doug. No problem. I realized there was a delay there. Absolutely a delay there. But this is nice. Well, you got great signal here. Typically, I will check the upper part of 40 here. Once in a great while when I get bored with sideband. And I usually hear a few AMers up here. I think I had an AM QSO last week sometime with a gentleman. Signals were not that great. You know, because you're doing AM, right? So you're putting out about 1/3 the power. You got the carrier and the upper sideband or whatever. So usually signals are not that great. So it's not really comfortable listening to a lot of AM transmissions. They usually get very wishy-washy and staticky, but man, you're knocking my socks off here. Just absolutely beautiful. I'm thinking maybe if you have someone else is on frequency apparently jumped in there. Go ahead and once you pick it up with him, and I'm going to transfer over to my vertical antenna, Doug, and tune up there real quick and see if you're still copying it. If you're not, then I'll switch back to my dipole.
All right, Gary. Yeah, I'll be here. I didn't hear another station. If there's another station, go ahead. See, that's what you're talking about, Gary. November station, I got a real light copy on you. Try again.
Yeah, November. What is Sunday? Outside of Boston,
All right, I got outside of Boston. Your carrier is strong. I'm just not getting modulation. I'm not getting the sidebands, the audio. So I'm having a real hard time copying. Why don't you stand by? There's a gentleman a little bit north of me who I was in QSO with who's just switching antennas. He might have a better copy on you. KB2UKA. KB2UKA standing by.
Yeah, Doug, it's Ernie again. You're still up and down and I'm listening. So, 10 over before and now you're back down. So I'm just listening though. So I heard the other gentleman, was it Jerry? He sounded really good coming from upstate. So I'm listening. 82DR.
All right, cool, Ernie. Yeah, you were anywhere from 5.8 to 5 over. So the band's up and down. And the guy up in Boston, do you hear him?
Yeah, Doug, I got the invitation. QWI. I think it's Daniel. Yeah, Daniel, this is Ernie. I'm not too far from Doug. This is his frequency, so I'm just butting my nose in saying hello. But yeah, you're at least 5'9" to 5 over here. Doug, I'm on a horizontal dot pole, so a little bit of difference in polarity. But I got you no problem. Calls Kilo Delta 2. Bravo Romeo Mike. Name's Ernie. You're making it into Long Island fine. It's amazing how conditions vary from time to time. So, I'll go back to you, Dave, and then I'll get back to Doug, and then go back to Jerry or whatever. I'm just poking my nose.
All right, I'll pick it up. Gary, did you make it back? Well, I'm just going to stand by here, Ernie, because Gary's switching antennas. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, I know, especially for AM, a horizontal plays regionally much better. Soon. And if I don't move, I have an old Victorian Tudor house. So it's 3 floors plus a basement, and the peak of the roof is one of those suicide roofs, like lower than a 45-degree angle, and it's about 42 feet above the ground. So the only other option I have is putting a tripod in the center of that roof, and maybe like a 15-foot mast, and use that as an apex.
N2 GTV back with you, Doug.
This is 82 BRM. I'm also on Long Island. You guys both like perfectly doubled there, right?
Oh, sorry about that. Go ahead, Gary.
KD2 BRM N2 GTV. Yeah, I tried a few minutes ago off and on here between people yakking there with my vertical. Apparently, it just simply was not performing.
No worries. Well, you're 5'10" over to me here. Ernie, how are you copying him?
I wasn't paying attention. Gary, if you want to give me a quick transmission, I'm in Farmingdale, not too far from Doug, but I'm on a doublet here, so I'll give you some report real quick.
Yeah, okay, Ernie, appreciate that. Yeah, November 2 Golf Tango Victor. Gary here in Johnson City, New York. So we're probably 100 or so miles from all you guys out there on frequency today. And I'm typically not on AM, and I do apologize for my audio. I'm sure it's not set up for AM mode here. But we'll see how the signal is. You guys are all popping in here. Very, very nice. Probably plus 10 over here. Other than I think the other guy whose name was Dave, I believe it was. I maybe got that wrong. Didn't quite catch his call. He was probably about S8 down here in Johnson City, New York. Over. Okay, I'll pick it up real quick. Okay, I go over to Doug there. He was doing some recordings there for me, so we'll see what happens down the road when we finish the QSO here. I'll go to his QRZ page and his YouTube page and see what I can see there. That's a pretty good broadcast you got going there, Doug. A great video, very, very nice. Too bad there's so much of a delay. Darn it all. But it's pretty cool. Back to you, Doug. KD2 UKA N2 GTV.
Yeah, when I got heavily involved in ESSB audio, I started the YouTube page for just my buddies to, hear themselves. And then it just evolved. And then I turned it into a CQ call-in page, and there's a couple of how-to videos on there. Not much. It's really just me transmitting. And yeah, the delay sucks, but really the best thing to do is go back and listen back to it with a pair of good headphones on, because the audio quality going into the stream is an exact replication of what I'm hearing. So if you put on a good pair of cans, you can hear all your audio qualities. And I'm not EQing the receive at all. There is some noise cancellation going on, but that's about it. Over.
Oh, that's beautiful, Doug. Yeah, same thing here. I do have a set of Heil headsets, which I am using whenever I'm in QSO, Doug. I have my Heil headset. It's a HC6 Pro, very comfortable and great audio. Yeah, I don't EQ my receive at all either. And both you and Doug, or Bernie, or Ernie, pardon me. My notes are terrible. Ernie and you, Doug. Fantastic, really great audio. Boy, you guys did a good job on your transmitters there, setting up your audio, just beautiful. So yeah, but I enjoy using the Heil headset with the dynamic cartridge in the microphone. That way I can turn my head around and look all over my office here, or my Radio Shack, whichever way you want to call it. I use it as both here. And without changing my audio level, other than if I get excited and going really high into my audio, which I normally don't do. So thanks, Doug. I will hold it. Maybe some other guys want to jump in here as well, and I will go to your YouTube page there and check that out. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Nice setup you got there. Radio sound fantastic, and signals are beautiful. I don't know why when I tried the vertical, no one heard me. So. It must be just, the lower angle radiation is going over the top of everybody. So, good thing I had my dipole up there today. N2G2, back to you, Doug.
All right, Roger. Well, all good, Gary. Yeah, it's all an experiment. I barely have operated on AM. I want to do it more, so that's why I built out the audio profile. I've had everything in this shack from Orban Optimods to Innovonics 223 AM audio processor, and I've done full rack, I've done the full DAW, and now I'm back on the full DAW. The only piece of hardware here is an Apollo Twin audio interface. Everything else is done on the computer. Over.
Well, that is quite the setup you got there going, Doug. My God. Well, compared to my setup here, I'm running the extremely rare, almost historical, almost classic radio now, the 7300 here, with one piece of external audio gear, the UR6 from the Ukraine, and that's it. That's the extent of input into my radio. And I do have a little mixer here on the output, so I can throw audio out to my speaker or my headphone, whatever, from my VHF and HF back to my headset here. So, anyways, yeah, I have a very simple, not very elaborate radio system here, but it does work. And some of you guys really love all that extra gear, and man, I can tell you do, because it's adjusted very, very nice, very pleasant audio. I wish mine was the same, but it is what it is. Simple. I try to keep it simple. Pardon me. So I will hold it there, and I will definitely check the YouTube out, which I actually have it on another tab here. When we finish up here, I'll go in and listen to that. That'd be really lots of fun there. So, and lots of guys are capable of recording audio and stuff all the time and playing it back. And I'm a little simpler. I haven't got that complex with my station yet to record people and play it back. But all I need is enthusiasm and some fortitude, and I might figure that out here at my station. So, was that gentleman Dave, was he still on frequency? Doug, back to you, and you turn it to whoever there. KD2UKAN2GTV.
Well, I think Ernie's in here with us, but Dave I can't copy, so let me drop it. Ernie, why don't you pick it up and then see if Dave's still up there in Boston?
Okay, no problem. N1QWI, are you still in there?
Yes, QSO. Actually, the name is Daniel. Delta Alpha November India Echo Lima. Always November 1 Quebec India. And very good. I've been listening to you guys, and I'm running an 80-meter loop antenna, so I'm also horizontal scaling, which is why it's probably starting to come in. But I'm happy hit pretty well. You can find out what I'm saying. So, I think I thought I was very, very nice to meet you. It's on AM. I don't get on AM much myself. But, nice.
All right, guys, hold on. I want to hear that. For AM, I'm actually 1 watt into the dummy load, but there's enough bleed over through the station here. Apache Labs and non. All right, not too shabby.
That's Daniel up near Boston. He's on an 80-meter loop, horizontally polarized. So I'll throw it back to you, Doug, if you can still hear me. KB2UQA. UKA. Man, I'm like dyslexic today. KB2UKA, KD2BRM. Go ahead.
All right, cool. Yeah, Ernie. And Daniel, I copy you now down here on Long Island. Not too super strong yet, but the band must be shifting. I heard pretty much all of that. Over. Of course, I don't copy you now.
Well, I guess we'll have to try again with the vaccine. So the guy said to me, he said, don't close it down. Maybe on Canada.
Yep, and that transmission was intermittent to me. So yeah, we'll have to try again when conditions are better. All right, gentlemen. Well, I'm going to back out of here. It was really nice making all of your acquaintances, Ernie, Gary, Daniel. So I'll say 73. I'll listen out. Go ahead, Gary. Pick it up. This is KB2UKA. I'll be QRT on everyone's final.
I thought you passed it to Gary. I don't know, maybe you passed it to me. All right, 73, Doug. I gotta look back. I'm not sure if we worked in the past, maybe on 2 meters or 10 meters or something. I don't know. Your call sounds familiar. I'll have to look back in my records here, my analog handwritten records. But good luck with the setup. Yeah, pop in more often. Conditions are usually really. I know the sun's been farting lately, so 40 hasn't been great the last couple of days, but generally it's been awesome. So great to run into you. I'll throw it over to Gary into GTV. And I'll say something. Take care. Over to you, Gary.
Thanks, guys. I just got a landline here, so how to answer that. It's a phone at my company, different questions, and you get on the phone and I can't get off it with them. So, hey, thank you very much, gentlemen. Nice to meet you all, and hope to meet you on frequency again sometime. 73 is all my best. Have a great weekend. N2 GTV, QRT.
All right, 73 guys. Take care. KB2 UK clear.
All right, 73, Daniel. Great to run into you. And like I said, you two stop in more often.
Yeah, I know. I got it.
Saturday's a nice day today,
I
but
didn't adjust it, Andy.
usually people lurking out here in the afternoon. So
Let's see. Let's adjust that now.
stop on by.
So
Guys
next
in your neck of the
time,
woods, you'll probably talk to. 73, N1 QWI.
Let's see. SEO input capture. 1, 2, 1.
Oh, you're running.
There we go. There we go.
Hey, what's up, Charlie?
1, 2.
Just been listening.
That should be a little bit better. 1. Let's see. Before I shut this, there we go. There's the audio. That should be louder, right, Andy?
Get the basement all nice and roasty, toasty for this evening.
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, we kind of doing the same thing. I got the stove going today, first time in, oh my God, maybe since last weekend. I don't know, the weather's been mild this week.
All right, I just lowered it. Is that should be louder? That should be. I forgot to adjust it.
Sure what rig you're on if you're having any issues, but I'm on 7285, so for the record, just so you know. But the other station, Doug, in Long Island, there was Gary in New York, but right near the Pennsylvania border, and then there was Daniel out in Boston. I'm just curious if you were hearing everybody, because they were all on like kind of different antennas.
I was hearing Doug and Gary, okay? And Doug, I was having a little problem with his audio, too much bass. This receiver, it muddies up people that are too bassy.
Good.
Just the nature of my receiver, I guess. Gary, on the other hand, had nice crisp audio that came through nicely to his receiver. He was criticizing his audio as not being AM audio relative to the AM.
All right, guys.